Hello folks and welcome once again to the final do or die match for Salty Fishermen versus Saints and Sinners. Both teams' tournament life is on the line and only one team's going to advance. There was the season 2 right here. Only one team's going to advance. And I could not believe the last game. But honestly, I couldn't believe both games. Game 1 was I believe like almost just over an hour match, or somewhere around 70 minutes or something like that. I have to go back and look, but it was a grind. It was a grind. Saints and Sinners slowly, methodically grinding the Salty Fishermen down into literally even smaller granules of salty dust, into literally the smallest particles they could do. I mean, not to give it to Salty's credit, they fought back hard and literally turned some sweet team fights, literally under the bottom lane. Literally, I thought was literally. I mean, Saints and Crusaders are some really good split pushers, and they find some really good openings. But Salty Fishermen were able to turn some sweet team fights around towards the end, to where I thought they were coming back and literally taking it. But they were still able to keep Saints and Crusaders were still able to maintain their hellacious lead up to the very end, and they did eventually get him. Game 2, though, it was an interesting draft with Elder Titan, and that was almost it for the carry. Ben Gregg, I almost wanted to say it was a death ball strat. It was Clinks and Titan for the carry mostly, and they were pretty much pushing them all the way up to tier 2 tower, and their morale was beaten down, and they threw in the towel around the 18-minute mark. And that's to Salty Fishermen's credit, Saints and Sinners had not had their backs to the wall like that pretty much the entire league. I would say I think they've only lost one match up to this point, so I think this is the second match they've lost. Salty had thrown them a game 2, and they're going to go ahead and give him a this is more of a respect ban against Ben Gregg right here. They're going to go ahead and take Ben out of Ben's one of Ben's favorite heroes out of play right here. I'm going to go and turn this up a little bit.
10 seconds remaining.
And respect ban for Sedabello there. One of his favorites is out of play now. As well as, I want to say, Mr. Roboto. Not going to be able to play the Roboto. That's a bit of a respect ban for him as well. And Lita's out of play as well. So it looks like normally Dare. I've been seeing Dare on the. Yeah, I've been seeing Dare on the. I mean, I think I've been seeing either Ellie or Drew on the Jakiro. Kind of flips back and forth, but we're gonna see who's gonna get this. Is that a Bello this time? You have to excuse me. I'm actually coming back to this match after a few days off. So yeah, Sedabello is probably going to take the Shadow Fiend. Kiwi, I'm going to say, is going to go ahead and grab the Undying. And
5 seconds remaining.
And it looks like they're going to go with what seems to be working. Night Stalker once again.
Radiant team ban.
Yeah, that's probably more I Hate You, more up his alley. Roaming around, initiating, making plays happen. Would not be surprised if Disruptor either gets picked or banned. He's been pretty much in Ellie's pocket. We have there's a whole bunch of others up for grabs, like Darkseer. Mr. Roboto could grab him if he wants to. He's been more or less playing him for at least half the season. What else is up for grabs? Sedabello, we got Dusa. We saw him in game 1. He had a pretty decent performance with him. Busby, we still got Sven. He was in game 1. Wasn't able to get as much farm as he needed to really make a turnaround. Dare. I'm trying to remember. He had the Jakiro last time. He had the Jakiro in game 1. No Phantom Lancer. That's a bit of a surprise. More of a just getting carries out of the way for Saints and Sinners. I don't think we're going to see Titan this time. That was more of a, we have an extra advantage, let's try something funky.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
No Spirit Breaker, so sorry. No, I hate you, you're not going to get that, but chances are he's going to get the Batman anyway. I want to sort of fast forward through this, but that would tell me how long this match is going to be, and I don't want any spoilers. I don't want any
10
spoilers on how
seconds
this game is
remaining.
going to go. None whatsoever, so I'm willing to wait this out.
5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
Wyvern goes out this time.
Dire team banned.
Well, we got zombies in play. Gyro would be good. Anything that could clear out zombies easily. Gyro would be decent. He's not the best hero anymore. Most people that do well with him in 6.84 at best will do around maybe 50%.
seconds
Usually do anywhere from 25 to 35%. At least on the stat
5
sheets these days.
seconds
At least when I'm
remaining.
checking up on their Dota buff. At best, you know,
Reserve
I mean,
time.
there's not a whole lot to go off of. Most of the time, the times they do play him, maybe 3 or 4 times, even in competitive play, at best they'll play him 3 or 4 times, and at best they'll be a coin flip. At best they'll be like 2 out of 4 typically. I mean, we're talking semi-pro players. The pro players, most of the time they're not going to play him that much.
Dire
They've already moved on in their lives. They've said goodbye to the gyro for the most part. And to the PL as well. Those that haven't have had a pretty bad loss record. As you could, if you haven't seen it on the statistics on like Join Dota's site and stuff like that, they've actually got an article on it, and PL has pretty much the worst
10
statistics
seconds
since
remaining.
6.84 competitively.
5 seconds remaining.
A bit of a nod to Lanza's play on the Weaver from game 1, I think. So Weaver is
Radiant
out.
Team pick.
I'm gonna go a little bit more safe on this one. I think this one's going to Busby on the Wraith King. One of the more underrated dudes. He just needs to have a manga or 2 with him, and he's pretty much good to go. That's pretty much all you need to do is just have an extra manga or 2 as you're building them up. It takes a little extra gold, but that's really all it takes. Have an extra manga or 2 and you're golden. That literally, this is all it takes. It takes 1 mango
10 seconds remaining.
to pop reincarnation, pretty much. Practically all it takes. I'm going with the Viper, a little more single
Dire
target. We have a lot of
team
single target power here. A lot of gankage, a lot of gankagi. Makes me concerned about the amount of team fight Saints and Sinners are bringing to the table. Jakira brings a lot. The early laning power is pretty strong, though. Very, very strong. Quite strong.
10 seconds remaining.
So far, Salty's got a lot of power.
5 seconds remaining.
Will all of the dead people please report to Salty's team, please?
Reserve
All
time.
the non-dead people, please report to Saints and Sinners. Will all the flying people, everybody with wings, please report to Saints and Sinners. Thank you. If you don't have wings, please report to Salty. Or if you think you have wings, please report to Salty. So if we have more more dead people, let's see who else is pretty much in the dead column. We can put Necrophos on there. We add more green. Who else is in the dead column? Shit, I have to like go bring up Dota. Oh yeah, more wings.
Radiant
He doesn't
team
quite
pick.
fly. Yeah, people that think they can fly. Let's go add that. More dead people. How many more dead people can we add to this? Like straight up dead. I'm looking. Don't worry, folks. I'm looking.
10 seconds remaining.
I'd actually do research on it. I don't think there are any more.
5 seconds
I don't think
remaining.
there's any more straight up dead people. Nope.
Reserve
A lot of
time.
quasi dead people.
Witch doctor.
Dead doctor. Well, you're breaking the mold,
Dire
doctor, but
team banned.
bringing more team fight to the plate. And they need some more hard carry. They need a super hard carry for this. Tiny would be really good in that they'd bring a lot of late game push to the table. In the meantime, these four could really
10
bring out
seconds
some
remaining.
serious team fight and gank power while they get them going, and that would
5
help
seconds
it would
remaining.
really help out the push later. Jack could bring out the mid-game push quite easily, though.
Reserve
They're
time.
kind of going for that mid-game death ball thing going on, though. They're lacking a little bit of in the heavy push column, though. If they want to go death ball, Shaman would be sweet.
Radiant team ban.
Shaman would be sweet. Nature's Prophet would be sweet. Vengeful. Anyone else adding a push order would be sweet, but Vengeful's already got that covered. They've got a lot of right-click damage on Salty. I am very concerned.
10 seconds
I mean, I'm
remaining.
really leaning towards Salty, and that the synergy with the amount of
5 seconds remaining.
take out the hit point pools and add right-click damage. They're a little lacking. They've got a decent amount of stun.
Reserve time.
They've got 2 different ways of reducing armor. They've got some slows. Now, Saints and Sinners have plenty of slows of their own, reducing attack speed. And they've got a bouncy stun. They've got a silence. And they've got an AoE stun. I mean, yeah, it's fairly evenly matched. One of the big differences is that Witch
Dire
Doctor's
team
ult is
pick.
channeled. If they can stop that, they can stop that fairly easily with a quick stun. They have 2 very quick stuns. And they're going to take out Slard and Anti-Mage. Yeah, they're thinking about late game. They ban out the Anti-Mage, they ban out the Slard. Slard would synergize pretty well. They've already got their 2 carries. They needed another. They basically needed another Initiator. Would be great. They've got 2 strong
10
supports.
seconds remaining.
Another Initiator. They've got their mid. They've got 2
5
2
seconds
supports that could
remaining.
roam. An offlaner that could initiate would be great. Clock's out. Slard's out.
Reserve time.
They've got Night Stalkers already on the board.
10 seconds remaining.
Trying to think who's already hasn't been taken out.
5
Because
seconds
they need a lot of
remaining.
farms, so Enigma's kind of out too. Magnus is up for grabs too. That would be great. Sand King, ooh, that's kind of
Radiant
biting into
team pick.
that jungle farm. But okay, you could do that. Beastmaster could go in the off lane. That would take from a little bit of a lane push, but I mean Magnus would be great too. I was kind of thinking towards Magnus, but I don't know if that's really in Salty's lineup. I've never really seen him play Magnus. Sand King's a little more traditional. That would work out too. Shaker is up for grabs too. And Shaker, you get that tombstone down, he starts spawning 2 or 3.
10
Starts
seconds
spawning 2 or 3 of
remaining.
those zombies. Man, great counter initiation. And they're gonna go with the Jug. More right-click power. Saints and Sinners has got a very straight-up lineup. Salty. I'm leaning more towards Salty though. Really liking their lineup. It's got a lot more synergy with the aura. Undying is very strong in this meta. Sand King's got a lot of AoE power. And it's just Witch Doctor's ult's very vulnerable to getting knocked out by a stun. I'm going with Salty, and Salty are a little bit on the underdog side. Saints and Sinners are a little more stable if they get a lead. So here we go. This is it. All the marbles. This is whoever wins this game is moving on a little bit closer to the finals. And whoever loses this game is done for the
Prepare
season.
battle.
So here we go, folks. All or nothing here. Land's gonna take the Juggernaut. Ben Gregg's gonna take the mid on the Viper most likely. Drew is gonna be taking the Jakiro. Ellie is gonna be taking the Witch Doctor. Sadly, they ran out of wings. I Hate You's gonna be taking the Night Stalker. And that'll do it, I believe. Yep, that's gonna do it. They're gonna be going up against the Salties. The Fishermen's with no Shaker. What the hell, guys? This is do or die, and you don't go with their Shaker. I are disappoint. Cetabello on. Fuck me. Cetabello on the Shadow Fiend. Mr. Roboto on the Sand Kings. Busby on the Wraith King.
30
Game of
seconds
Kings
to
and game of Ings. Salty on the Kiwi on the zombie. Dare on the Vengeful Spirit. Fuck me. Right in the ass. Alright, so it looks like pretty much almost everybody, looks like all Salty's coming in for this bottom lane. And Saints and Sinners pretty much see that. They're going to go ahead and shift up towards top. They're going to secure the top room for themselves. Play a little bit safe. They're going to grab it 1 for 1. And it looks like a traditional 2-1-2 split for Saints and Sinners. It's gonna work. Also, Sikamika Nico, and Kramer have been doing a great job of consistently casting throughout the season. Me, myself, and I've been pretty much, I've been casting throughout the season. I've been hitting a little bit of a hiccup towards the end. A lot of real life issues kicking in. And I've also been, at the same time, I've also been doing multiple leagues at the same time towards the postseason of this league. A lot of stuff coming up at once here. Join Dota, Colorado Dota League. I've opted to bow out of that league itself, so I can finish this season and also pick up on Join Dota as that kicks off. So I really want to finish this season, even if it's all through replays. I want to finish this season strong too. You guys are my first. Like you guys popped my league cherry. So 2 stunners up top with potentially a damage bonus or armor reduction versus reducing damage speed. And we're not going to waste any time. We're going with the magic missile to follow up. Big stuns. Drew's in trouble. Can we get a body block? Not quite, but the right clicks from Dare might be able to finish the job. They're going to get first blood for Salty Fishermen in the top lane at 90 seconds in. But we're going to get second blood, possibly. Can we get one more right click? Right in the backside. Right through the cape. I hate you. Might be able to follow up on Dare, but nope. This Vengeful Spirit puts out a lot of damage. We're going to get the armor reduction. I hate you's in trouble here. That Tango will heal him up. But we're getting vision on the other side here. You might get a cooldown. Wave of Terror might be enough to finish the job. It is pure damage. Ooh, it's tempting. God, it's tempting. That creep giving just enough vision. But the Tango will restore just enough. I hate you's actually going to make it back. Yep, he's going to make it. No problem. 2 minutes come up. Double damage rune available up top. Ben Greg actually doesn't have his bottle yet. As soon as it gets delivered, he'll go ahead and grab it. Timing's a little close on that one.
Radiant's
So
top
Bell's
tower
gonna
is under attack.
grab the bounty down bottom. And he's got his bottle ready to go. Actually, no, he needs a few more seconds. Yeah, one more creep will do it. That's going to give Ben just enough time. Being shy 1 creep. That's going to give him some sweet timing on the double damage. So this top lane is hot. It is hot, hot, hot. Having a Wraith King and a Vengeful Spirit is a sweet combo. I personally prefer to go for the Vengeance Aura. 12% bonus for everybody permanently. I think that's better than having an armor reduction for, temporarily. Here's how I do the math. Like here's their armor right now. If the replay isn't coming up. 26%. You take out 3 of that armor. It's going to take them... Oh, hang on. And it's getting 1 decay to the face. Vato. Not quite ready to dive in yet. Ellie's content to pull the creeps up there. We're just dancing with death here. Busby's going to be able to stab up. Nope, it's going to get canceled. No, actually, okay, fun fact. Dual Breath does not cancel healing sap. Good to know. And surprisingly, we're going with a damage combo instead of a stun combo. To each their own. Me personally, I prefer ice and liquid fire. To each their own. And suddenly, looking at this replay timer, holy crap! We got a short game coming up, folks. That's all I know. That is all I know. Here we go. First Nightfall coming in. 4 minutes in. Viper. Ben manages to take out Cetabello. In the mid. So 2-1. Saints and Sinners.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
And Ben now will pick up his Viper Strike. Not quite. And 1 more creep to go. Tombstone drop. We're opting for a heavier Tombstone build.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
This makes me concerned now that I see how long this match is actually going to be. I am very concerned for both teams. 5 minutes in. I hate you. Got a little bit of everything. Extra point in the void. Also 40 gold, 30 gold for his phase boots. That's what he's really waiting on. 1 more creep will do it. then he can really start moving. Kiwi rotating around, rotating to the front of Ben. They want payback for that last kill. And Ben is ready to rotate in with that Viper Strike. He's feeling it, but he has no idea the Kiwi's here. And also rotating in, here comes Dare. Oh man, he's gonna feel it. Oh no, he does manage to get Cerebello though. Corrosive armor actually making him feel it. Ah, he walks away scot-free against 3.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Abilities used by 3, but still nothing. Now that's where 3, you know, you get the armor reduction on 1 versus a damage bonus on 3. Which one really matters more, right? And lots of most of these guys are all right click. He's gonna get the void. Now the ice path following up with Hunter in the Night working in. Busby does make it to the tower though. And I hate you is not rotating enough. He's got the damage, and he's only got a minute and a half of night and a little bit more. Not getting enough rotation. Not getting enough rotations or dive here. This Wraith King's gonna hit 6 before he knows it. Kiwi is rotating. It's actually very very bold for a zombie to be rotating in the middle of the night right now. He's actually gonna get run into lands right now. Not much mana to his name. He's only got mana for 1 spell, 1 ability. Roboto's there to back him up. Probably thinking, hey bro, that clarity would be really good right now. I'm really thirsty. Really thirsty, man. And that mango is literally the best thing that Wraith King could have right now. Is literally 10 mana shy of him. It's an extra stun, it's an extra anything right now. I don't know, just call me crazy. I just think Wraith Kings. There are like literally three heroes I can name off the top of my head: Lion, Invoker, and Keeper of the Light that could counter him. But just having extra mana resources on hand, and he becomes incredibly strong. Items counter entire heroes at that point. Kiwi, unfortunately, okay, here comes reinforcements with Mr. Roboto. Now it turns it right back around with the decay. A couple of zombies are out. Maledict, though, gonna help save the day. The doctor has arrived, makes a house call out to the side shop. We're pretty much at a stalemate here. We're gonna hit daytime, and unfortunately, the Hunter of the Night haven't made hardly any use of it with phase boots and everything. Not much use coming out of that at all. Now we're gonna make another attempt on Ben Greg here. Busby is here. We're gonna get another stun. We're a little short of mana. He could pop the mango if he wants to. God, it's so close they could taste it. I nope, I hate you coming out, unfortunately, in daytime. So both sides coming up empty there. Fortunately, the TP scroll was enough to deter them from going any deeper. They might have been thinking about it. Kiwi chugging some gator, chugging some blue power right here.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
And we got a collision here. Ellie's gonna get hit by Cerebello a couple of times. The Voodoo will keep him up a little longer with a green Gatorade. Yeah, it's a bit of a stalemate since then. Only 4 kills at 9 minutes. Yeah, very stalematey. Nice path up top. Busby's gonna get hit. He's gonna turn a stun right back on Ben Greg, but Corrosive Skin, in addition to all that extra fire and poison damage, he's going down. Fortunately, he did not hit his ult yet. He was motoring along with that experience, but he kind of hit a bit of a speed bump there. Not going to happen. Mr. Roboto trying to dive in on Sanity Centers. Not working. Kiwi Lance turn it right back around. Kiwi also going to die. I hate you though. Turn it back around. We have a Death Requiem, if nothing else, for damage here. They better keep their distance here. We got lots of zombies though. Tombstone's still rocking for a few more seconds. Lance getting pounded by zombies. There's one down. I hate you. Might be able to keep this going. Right click with the help of the zombies. Triple kills down bottom. So he's gonna pull away. Woo! Silver lining to all that. So Cerebello walking away with almost 2k gold, almost a full Sanj or Yasha, at least the Trez and more. But he is really pushing his luck, going for a rune. As low as he is, going for a rune right now. I hope he was ready with the trigger finger over whatever he wanted to buy just now. because man, he could have easily gotten ganked right there. I was worried for the guy. Here we go with the haste rune. He's almost out of it. Here comes Ben Gregg. He wanted that rune for himself. Like, damn it, give me. There, unfortunately, also coming out on the losing end of this lane down here. So unfortunately, no swap yet. Pretty decent amount of stun though. A lot of damage on the stun too. They just need to get this Wraith up to level 6. He'll be alright for a little bit. Still not a great... So that's a long cooldown, 4 whole minutes. But, and more. But at least he won't die right away. At least he'll be able to rotate and get some reinforcements in there. We've managed to get a little bit of stacking in there. Citadel's going to get some flash farm. And here we go. We got a collision. Drew's in a little bit of trouble. Oh yeah, got hit. Got caught in a Bermuda Triangle right here. Double stun. That was actually quite an easy pickoff for him. They just let him go. So Salty right back there on the rebound, pretty much bringing it right back to where they started. They don't have like an alchemist or anything spiraling out of control. Ben Gregg and Citabella are actually pretty much, well, Citabella with that triple kill. Whew, that actually put him way ahead. And that's actually the level that Busby needed getting Drew. So probably send him a thank you card later after this game. Fortunately, I hate you. Very happy about going toe to toe, getting that kill on Kiwi down bottom, or at least participating in it. He got his ult. Now has another level in something. Hunter of the Night, maybe? Maybe more level in Void. And we're in our second Nightfall, so things just shaped up for Saints and Sinners. Roboto pushing down again. Almost got his Blink Dagger. Lands. Drum. Pretty much done. A little over 100 gold to go. Kiwi wants to keep the pressure on. And this aura also works on the zombies too, I believe. Those are like my two favorite heroes, Vengeance Zombie. You'd think I know this, but I don't quite know. I guess I'll find out by the end of this game. Casting gives you a unique perspective on what works and what doesn't. Like I just found out that, you know, a Sav is not cancelled by Dual Breath.
Middle tower is under attack.
Hey, my phone's dying. How about that? And looks like we're going to withdraw. Whoa, 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 whoa. He's diving in on Kiwi. What happened there? Ben Gregg went ahead and withdrew, but he actually died to the poison. He went head to head. I think you caught him in the middle of some farm there. Actually, no, they traded evenly. Looks like a Requiem might have finished the job, or at least a couple of right clicks, and then eventually died to the poison on the run. They managed to catch Ben on the run there. Excuse me, my phone being completely retarded. Pro production quality, I assure you.
Dire's middle tower has been denied.
So first, is that the first tower, first stone as well? Yeah, first stone going to be a deny, courtesy of Salty. That's going to go to Saints and Sinners, and the next room will be up in a few seconds. Damn, back to even yet again. Invis for the zombie again. That's his second invis this game. He's going for the traditional blade mail. Traditional 6.84 zombie right here. My kind of zombie. Big swap, not a big swap, but just enough. He died. This is the same spot he died in last time. He's like, damn it. Alright, well. Fine. Oh, the Void. One shot Void. Sniped. Thank you. Thank you. Come again. And Busby unfortunately getting picked off. Pretty much an identical situation down bottom. Only it was a carry instead of a support. So they traded 2 for 1. One of them being a support. No, hey, oh. Stats? Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Tower is under attack.
We'll get to the bottom of this in a second. He's got a missing point here. Hang on a second. Wait a minute. The wand's done.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified.
What is going on here? He's got level 7 and he doesn't have anything. I can understand the farming build, but not even a value point in reincarnation at this point. Level 8. And more stats? Not even a value point? He's so far in the lane, he's so exposed. You know, farming alone, like with a Night Stalker out, that just doesn't make sense. It's not worth the extra couple, you know, it's not worth the extra stats. It's really not. You're so exposed when you have a ganking lineup like this. This is very ganky. And Viper and Night Stalker particularly. Very good one-shot, one-on-one killers. And they're gonna rotate. They do it. Well, there goes the top tower for Salty. That's 2 down. They're gonna hopefully get this one in exchange.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
I don't see this build working if it continues this way. I don't see it working now either. It's already cost him 1 life.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Here we go, a little defense. Actually, no, they're rotating out. This aura is... It's not like he's hiding completely. If they really do check, they will see the aura kicking in on these creeps and sometimes Busby. They might as well commit and just get it done. It's sort of half-assing it, and it's not quite. It's giving them the time they need to intercept. They're still coming in anyway.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Now they're sort of like half exposed, half not. So now they're going to come in to where some of them are exposed and some of them are vulnerable, and some of them aren't. And now we have a farming Wraith King that's vulnerable. Lands is in trouble too. We have a fast cooldown on the Wraithfire Blast though. 1 is down, Vengeful is down, damage bonus is gone. Tombstone drop though, Ellie in trouble, going down fast. Big raise. Down go 2 supports, and now, okay, we got Reincarnation was popped. There we go. Kiwi coming back in big time there. Down, I Hate You is going down. There goes 3. There, and now the zombie finally does go down. Big damage on Ben Greg. Here comes another Wraithfire Blast. There's the slow to follow. 2 raises to the backside. And a Earth Spike to follow. Oh no, the Burrow Strike to follow up. That's a huge combo. Lands did get out, but it cost them 4 for 2 and a tower. Nicely done. So thank you for getting the Reincarnation finally, dude. Thank you. All right, so you got it, and there we go. It was a big payoff. Pretty much brought them right back to. God, jeez. 1, 2, 3.
Radiant's bottom
I'm gonna call
tower is
that.
under attack.
Wait. I'm gonna call that a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, 5. I'll call it 5. How about that? So that was a huge pickup in the amount of farm. It's either a Blink Dagger or most of an Armlet or some other type of farmy type item for Busby. Who got most of those kills? Was it Buzz? I Hate You got one on Kiwi. Sebello got
Radiant's
1.
bottom tower is under
And
attack.
Sebello got 2. So Seth got most of those. Good chunk of them. Ooh, wow, that's a huge swing. Pretty much everybody's had a taste of over 1,500 gold at this point. And we've got 1 tower down on each side. 2 for Saints and Sinners. Saints and Sinners have 2 down to their advantage. Hopefully have 1 down to their advantage. Both of them being safe lane towers on the opposing side. That sounds really convoluted, doesn't it? Both sides have their own respective safe lane tower down. Does that sound less confusing? Okay, cool. Awesome. That sounds way less confusing. Okay, so Jack's going with the Tranks.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Ben is a little far out there. Like, thank God you got your... thank God. I'm like, please don't go going in head first without 1 point in your reincarnation. I'm like, oh, thank God. Ooh, boy. We're getting close to that second nightfall. Literally 20 seconds, I think. Here we go. Oh, no, Ellie. Got nailed, buddy. And I Hate You. Almost got nailed. It's like, you're so close tonight. It's like, oh, no, not going to happen. We're going to bury you in the daytime, buddy. Drew going down as well. That's 3 for nothing. They got aggressive right before nighttime. It's almost like they could smell it. That's going to be the second tower down. However, fortunately for SNS, they're going to keep their mid for a little bit longer.
Radiant's
guess
top
what?
tower
They're
is
pushing
under
under nighttime now, and respawn timers are very short. Whoa, what the hell happened? Okay, I hit that wrong. I'm gonna move this up a little more. Excuse me. Looks like we're getting close to the end.
Radiant's
end
top
game,
tower
folks.
is under attack.
Yep, but they're pushing. I'm gonna go ahead and rewind that because guess what? So they push the tier 1. It drops. They get 3. Pushing under cover of darkness. But the darkness works out well for them. It's only 20 minutes in. The respawn timers are fairly short. Levels are lowish. Dive in. Ben is all alone. This is not a good place to be. You are all alone. You're barely just on the same ground as them, and you're just getting stun locked. Goodbye. Tower goes down, and essentially you're playing a game where you have. Look at the amount of carry and the amount of damage amplification on Salty. This is just their game. I mean, they pretty much. Yeah, I gave it to Salty in the draft, and it's looking their way. It's looking like their game. And given the timer here, I'm thinking. This is why I hate looking at timers. Live games are sweet.
Radiant's middle tower is under
So basically,
attack.
Saints and Sinners are doing their last attempt. Last tier 1 tower going down for them.
Radiant's
Saints and
middle
Sinners,
tower
with a
has fallen.
fantastic season all season long, are down. They've got their backs to the wall in the post game. Salty looking strong with a huge rebound in game 2. This is pretty much for all the marbles right here. All or nothing right here. We're 90 seconds into this next daytime, or this next nighttime. They're going to go for the Roche. Pretty much uncontested the whole time. Next item's coming up. Ben does have his mech. I Hate You is about a quarter of the way to his Ags. Let's see how much gold he's got. A little over halfway to his Ags. We now have 2 Shadow Fiends to worry about. I believe that's going to be 2 Death Requiems. I believe. So that's 3 Requiems to deal with. One of which is going to have full souls, one will not. Death Requiems, that is. If they play their cards right and wait another 2 minutes to push, they will do this without having to worry about Nightfall. They'll have to wait for I Hate You to blow his darkness. And if they play this absolutely correct, they can do this if they wait exactly 3 minutes. About 2 or 3 minutes, they can do this during daytime, essentially, no matter what. That would be that's asking a bit much, though. That's asking a bit much with the timing and the Aegis. That's probably, I mean, that's asking for the planets to align and all kinds of crazy shit that's just not going to happen in Doters. There's so much, leaving so much to chance in a game where
Bottom tower is under attack.
2 teams with so much random stuff going on. That's what I love about this game. There's so much that you just can't control in a game that's just, it's so fun about this game. There's so much that you can't, there's so many variables in this game. It's awesome. Buzz be surprisingly the one going up first. He's actually got 2 lives as well. So we've got it's 5 against 7. Vengar getting stunned. Pops the mech. He's already still at half health. I Hate You gonna go down first under the darkness. So he's down. That's both. So now we're 4 against 5. There's 1 Requiem. Ellie's gonna go down. That's 3 down already. These racks are in serious trouble. Drew's gonna go down as well. Nothing but lands left. And these racks will drop. There's nothing left to fight with except for lands. Nobody's got buyback. Nobody has that kind of gold at this juncture. We're still building items. 24 minutes pushing tier 3 in racks right now. We just can't build. We just can't save for buyback this time. This kind of thing. What are you, crazy? Buyback 24 minutes? And a butterfly now done on setup Beto. They don't see it yet, but they might as well.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
And Salty pretty much in firm control of this game. This is it, the final stand. This is pretty much it. They've got the No, no. Salty, you're going to go ahead and withdraw right here. So the age is cracked. The extra life is on cooldown. 90 seconds to go. And Ben's calling GG. That's it. Saints and Sinners have been knocked out of the tournament. A valiant stand and a fantastic run this whole tournament. Saints and Sinners have done just amazingly this whole job. Well done, you guys. I have to give you full props this whole tournament. You guys are fantastic. Just Salty, they're comeback kings. They're just fantastic comeback kings. You put their backs to a wall. I mean, even you guys are. You never give up a lead. I mean, it's always when the Salty are tenacious. They will come back if you give it to them. But Saints and Sinners are the guys who never give you a chance to come back. This is a very interesting conundrum. If you guys would just give me a second to kind of give you a post game here. Salty versus Saints is a very interesting situation in that Salty fight so hard, and they're such, you're literally salt dogs in that they fight so hard against the bricks, against the wall, and that they're so used to fighting against the wall that if you give them even a slight lead or a slight edge, they're so used to playing against the wall that you give them a slight lead, they're just going to just roll over you. Saints and Sinners, they're so used to methodical play, and they're so used to they're so used to playing evenly, and they're so used to building up a gradual lead. They're so used to methodical play and map control, and taking little pieces out of a team, taking little bites out of them, and just wearing you out and just demoralizing you, and eventually just taking you out. I mean, I think most of Saints and Sinners games are pretty long, if I haven't been mistaken. I think Rasta's game was well over an hour. That was one of my most memorable casts, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, that's one thing I can really piece together with you. Both of these two teams here, Salty are so used to fighting against the odds that if you give them the odds, they're just rolling against you, and that Saints and Sinners are so used to fighting even odds that if they're against the odds, if their odds are against them, they tend to it's not what they do well. So I guess that's something that you guys can take into season 2. So all right, there you go. So Saints and Sinners, we'll see you in season 3. I hope to see you guys again. And Salty, congratulations. Looks like you guys are moving on, and we'll see you in the next series.